Good morning, you beautiful, beautiful people. I am back from Vegas and I loved every second. For those who don't know, the Well Self Storage Conference is in Vegas every single year, and it is a brilliant excuse to get on over there to go with my mum, my dad, and my wife, my kids, because we're all part of a business. So we get to go over there. And yeah, it was incredible. I can't wait to go next year. We're already trying to book flights and stuff. It's just a wonderful place to go. And do you know what? I'm going to flex a little bit, but it's not a flex in, it is a flex, but it's not a flex. We flew business class for the first time ever. And I absolutely loved it. But the only reason we flew business class is because we have air miles. So what we do is we put loads of business expenses on a credit card. The Amex and pay it off every single month. And yeah, you get air miles. And for I think for six of us to fly to Vegas and be in the fly to Vegas business class, six of us, my kids flew business class, was under £4,000. And we stayed in the Plaza for 5 nights, under £4,000. You can't even go to Tenerife for that price. It was wonderful. So it is a flex, but not really a flex because it cost us less money to fly business class with air miles than it would do if we had to pay normally. I know that last time I went, we paid 7,700 to go, and we flew economy, and we stayed an extra night this time, and we paid almost half. So it was incredible. So I really, really loved it. Anyway, all right. So I am back now. I will be doing a video every single day, a podcast every single day. And today is all about my week in numbers. How well did we do? And I can't lie, it's been a piss poor week. And if I'm honest, there is got to be a point where you do get slightly concerned where the trajectory of this industry is going. And I know that January, February, March was amazing months. And that has to be because of the stamp duty, the incentive by the government for the stamp duty. I think that's had a. It's it's yet to be seen whether that is going to be a net positive or a net negative. January, February, March was amazing. It was a net positive. However, the knock-on effect to April has been really poor. Normally, April's a good month for us, and we start to ramp up the busy season. Now, my only concern is that we don't have a busy season this year because everybody who was going to move moved before the incentive finished. And then if you've missed the incentive of stamp duty, you think, oh, do you know what? Sod it, I aren't moving now. And I just hope that isn't the case because we really, really, really anticipated a fantastic 2025. So let's hope it's still good. Do you know what, with these incentives, it's hard to predict. That's the problem. We can't predict it because we've had these incentives during COVID and we saw a boom. And then afterwards, we saw a little bit. I did a post saying winter's coming. And then we saw a little bit of a retraction to the normal, to the mean. And I don't know where this one's going to go. If I had to guess right now, I would still say we're going to have a busy summer, just not as busy as normal years, but still a positive summer. So let's hope so. Right, let's dive into the weekly figures. Even the quotes are not very good either. 113 quotes. We lost 595 square foot for the week. Reservations was only 23. 23 reservations for the week. Ugh. And then we had 22 move-ins. So we had a conversion rate of 20% for reservations and a conversion rate of 19% for move-ins. So not good at all. Revenue was very, very good because revenue is a lagging indicator. So it's very much based on what we moved in last month, which was very, very good. So we took 51,321, 2,200 at Glasgow, 8,100 at Mansfield, 5,400 at Wrexham, 7,350 at Clough Road, and Beverley was 5,250 and 23,000 at Willoughby. So reservations, Jack was in top spot again with 10 reservations. Awesome work, Jack. And four of our online reservations was 70. So four of our reservations was online. So that's 17%. Let's dive into the individual figures. By the way, we might have another site announcement soon as well, which is excellent. Come out the blue, this one. Didn't know anything about it, but it's in somebody approached us and it's in such a good area. Even though cash flows are going to be a problem, it's like we can't turn this down. And obviously, last week, if you're a member of my newsletter, you know that we launched my evergreen, which means my basically my course is on sale all the time now. So there's not these launches where I go, hey, everybody buy my course. So what you do is you watch a video. In that video, you get access to a discount for a small amount of time, £1,500 discount for like 7 days, and then once that's gone, then you can't get the discount again. So only watch the video if you're willing to if you want to buy now, because I don't want you to lose that discount because it's on a thing called deadline funnel, and there's nothing that we can do. We can't change it. Deadline funnel is so good. Even if you use a VPN or a different IP address, it knows. So I don't know how it works, but it knows who you are. So yeah, and we sold a fair few courses this last week, so multiple five figures. So that was awesome. Thank you very much. But like I keep saying to everyone, because everyone says, "How did you do with your course?" I was, "Well, yeah, I sold this money." But I said, "Please don't get excited because that's my family. Like, oh my god, that's amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, well, yeah, it is, but." Guess what? That pays for Glasgow. We're doing the groundswork at Glasgow, so that's going to pay for that. So I don't see any of that. It reinvests it into the company, so then I can make more content about what we're doing. Therefore, I can sell more courses and reinvest it in, and so it's a flywheel. So hopefully, I'm genuinely hoping to sell very, very high six figures of the course this year, and then it'll all be reinvested in the company, and we can do great things. Yeah, we can open more sites. That is a plan anyway. Right, so Willoughby, amount of quotes, 30 quotes for Willoughby. Reservations and move-ins were 8. That's a conversion rate of 27%. Not too bad. The Luton van was rented out 8 times out of 7. So somebody must have rented it out. So somebody must have brought it back and somebody rented it again. So that's good. We moved in 850 square foot, sorry, and we moved out, get this, 950. So we're down 100. God damn it. 361 internal rooms occupied, 50 containers rented out. Our occupancy is 82.85%. Now, on the face of it, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. But it's just because it went so close to being up to the 90s in March, then we're just thinking, do you know what? This is going to be amazing. Average weekly sales per moving was £6.41. That's rubbish. Average insurance was over the £6,000 mark, so that's good. At 6,125. This next week, we're due to move in 510 and move out 225. Clough Road, positive square foot. And you'll get why I'm laughing in a second. 26 quotes. Reservations were 10. That's really good. So that's a conversion rate of 38%. That's unheard of. Move-ins were 6. Conversion rate of 23%. We moved in 585. We moved out 575. Yes! 10 square foot net positive in your face, Clough Road. Average insurance was 7,500. This next week, oh yes, going to be positive again. 385 due to move in, 350 due to move out. So 35 square foot positive due for Clough Road. Hey, every little helps, all right. Beverley, 10 amount of quotes. We had one move in, that's 10%, and we had one reservation. Sorry, no, one move in, 10%, and we had no reservations. That's 0%. Yeah, lovely. We moved in 150 and we moved out 160. So that 10 square foot we gained at Clough Road, we lost it at Beverley. We're 86 units occupied. We're 93% full. So that's not too bad. We've got 2 units being taken this next week for 360 square foot and nobody due to move out. So the occupancy at Beverley is still really, really good. Amount of insurance sold last week was £5,000. Wrexham, oh my goodness, 22 quotes, 2 reservations, so that is a conversion rate of less than 10%. 3 move-ins, that's a conversion rate of 14%. 140 square foot moved in, 200 square foot moved out. So we lost 60 square foot. Hey, yay, yay. £4,000 average insurance. Nobody due to move in at Wrexham. I tell you what, Wrexham, what we've done is we've expanded and invested in making more internal units, and then everybody moved out. It's just like, what? We have done a big price increase at most places, so we don't think that is the reason because we're on it all the time. Basically, supply and demand. When we get to a certain level of occupancy, 90%, then what we do is we increase everybody's rent that we pay. Not everybody's, but most people, depend on when your last price increase was, because it's supply and demand. And then inevitably, when we've done that, Yes, we take more money, but people have moved out. However, a lot of the people who are moving out haven't had the price increase. And well, most of the people haven't had the price increase. So we don't think it's due to the price increase. It can't be. But then it's just coincidence that loads of people moved down. Anyway, we keep a real close eye on things like that just to make sure that yeah, we are increasing the prices too much. You've got to be on it all the time. Speak to your customers as well. Speak to your customers. Actually, ask them the reason for moving out. And I know we're British and we don't like saying we're upset or something like that, but you normally can get a good feel for things. So two move outs due for 175 square foot and no move-ins this next week. Mansfield, I kept on saying before the gift that keeps on giving. Not no more. 22 quotes, low on the quotes. Three reservations, three. Yep, three reservations. That's a 14% conversion. Four move-ins. So that's an 18% conversion. We moved in 600 square foot. We moved out 875. It's just normal for Mansfield now. So that's a 275 loss. I'd say I go on holiday for 2 weeks and everything falls apart. I'm only joking. Everybody in the team is obviously clear. I don't do anything anyway. And so I literally just leave it to the team to run, and that I get the funding, find the sites, and the visionary of the company. I don't do any of the I don't do any of the day-to-day running. So yeah, I was only joking. It's nothing to do with me, as many people will know anyway. I don't have. Well, I do have an input, obviously, how the company's run. Obvious. Look at me. I'm digging a hole thinking, oh no, I don't want to offend anybody. And I'm like digging a hole now thinking, oh shoot. So yes, I have obviously a lot to do with running the company, but then I have an awesome team which I trust implicitly. I couldn't be happier with the team we've got. We have established, because I'm thinking, shit, the team, listen to this. Right, you all know your A players. Just let's move on quickly. Let's go. 208 units internally occupied, 30 containers occupied. We are 85.26% full. We was in the 90s at Mansfield, and we're going for phase two. We're spending I can't remember, multiple hundred thousands, multiple six figures, um, doing phase two. So we better start using it. Um, Average insurance sold this week was £5,000, 275 due to move in this next week, and guess what? 585 to move out. Average quotes Glasgow, three. Sorry, average quotes, three quotes, no move-ins, no reservations. Square foot moved out was 160. We're 96.49% occupied. So that is good. So we're doing the last phase of Glasgow now as well. Spending some money at the minute, you know. And so we will start ramping up the quotes, etc. once we get that extra part sorted. Due to move out this next week is two because of bad debtors. So that's 320 square foot. That's it, my friends. Only ran 13 miles last week because I was in Vegas. I did run to Alex Harmoz's. I ran 6 miles to Alex Harmoz's offices, and stupidly, I took a photo. Well, not stupidly, I took like a fanboy photo, and I was like, "Can I help you, sir?" I'm like, no, 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 sorry, bye. Anyway, all right, guys, I love you, appreciate you. I'll be doing more videos and podcast tomorrow. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.